everyone! Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Very, very exciting. Sec, I'm just setting up. Okay. Let us continue. So, last we left off, we are here. Let's just view where we are for skills. Because I've been thinking more about where to put everything again. Inland Empire's good. I feel like we should put another point in volition. What do we... Oh, we're losing one from damage. Okay, okay. We should heal that. Empathy. Suggestion really needs some help. And then there's still... I feel like it might be okay to invest a point in Encyclopedia at this point. Just because I think might pay off in the end regarding XP. And the same... could probably say the same thing for Conceptualization. I always want to boost Shivers. It's cool. Physical Instrument, we have some skill checks for... And I've been putting a lot of effort into boosting up Motorics. Oh, or Max Composure even. So yeah, we do have a lot of skill points, but I am sort of just waiting to see what skill checks come up. Happy with a lot of these though, so I get Encyclopedia is probably worth in the end. Messing with... Sorry, just making sure everything's... Mouse is being a bit funky. There we go. Okay. And then there's... So, one thing a friend informed me of is that although we left off, like, an empathy check here... Come on, why are you...
Hello again.
It's a high empathy check. A friend let me know that if I don't do the Everart door stuff soon, that I might get locked out of it. So I might go ahead and just do that, because I don't mind being told stuff like that, where if I don't do something, I might get locked, I'll miss out on content, and it's getting a bit late, so we might head off and do that. Just double checking, and then we'll come back to do these. So we don't need all this empathy stuff, I think. Let's put Froggy back on for the perception. And... which is the... It's -1. Which one's the perception stuff? Closure. One day I'll have this memorized. Logic, authority. Maybe we'll just bounce it out with that. 'Cause I like the encyclopedia. And what's this? Electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. Might move this around. And then we don't need to be holding this at the moment. We can do that instead. Oh.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
Is this boring cop stuff again?
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure.
Okay.
You're a little more moralistic now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
Okie dokie.
Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Oh. I don't know what the point of that was, but it healed me, so that's okay. How do we... Now watch my attempt to navigate back. Okay, here's the church. Or not. Oh dear. Oh right, we pushed the little bridge down. We can use this. Okay. Ow. Ow. Maybe the fishing village is down here? Yes, yes, okay. There's the kids. There are currently impenetrable walls. We'll get there. The black fade out around the screen. Quite unnerving. Can't say I'm a fan of it for obscuring your vision. The trap. Yeah, so we're going back around. We can also do the conceptualization check when we get back around. We stopped up by the boombox. Hopefully I think it should be late enough for the conceptualization check. Oh wait, no, we have to go around. Okay. I guess we can check it on the way. So originally, what I thought was I was gonna lie, because I just didn't quite feel, it felt like the right thing to do is to lie instead of breaking into someone's house, but...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, okay. In the dimming light, some things come clear. Okay, so that's better now. We can do that again. Originally, I was gonna lie, but I realized I'm also a streamer, and behind this door is content. And I don't want to miss that content, as much as it scares me. We are going to make an attempt.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head.
And really, Kim didn't seem that mad about it, so...
Someone is moving around in the apartment.
Oh no!
You hear the water being turned off, and the sound of dishes clinking together.
Oh no!
The tenant must be cleaning up. That means you're too late. Nothing more to do here. Better report back to Everart.
Oh no!
No answer.
Oh no! Can I really not do that?
Stops midway in the lock. The tenant's key. The lieutenant looks first at the door,
oh
then
no!
back at you, then signals you to back up.
Okay.
As you turn to leave, you...
We should leave and go talk with Everart. Tell him what happened, that we couldn't open the door. Maybe there's a workaround.
What did I was getting excited for that. I guess we'll have to lie. Or just telling the truth, I don't know. We should probably do that thing first thing too. I was getting really curious about what was in there. Okay. I guess I had to do it in the morning or something. Oh, right, I have to go around. So curious now. So this way, yeah. don't know whether it's better to lie or just tell the truth at this point. I don't know. This way? Oh yeah, there's this check too.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
What? Eradicate, there have been in the world for 2 days. It went up. It went up. Huh. We don't do that right this second, but it's something. Okay. So what's the... I assume it'll be a skill check for the lie. Let us... What's the lying? Is drama the lying one? Is it suggestion? Be the puppet master. But okay, lie. Drama's the lying. We'll see what the skill check is, I guess. I guess we'll go in there looking really wild. Yes, that's the look! Encyclopedia. Okay. What's that bring our drama to? 8, okay. Okay. This is not a fishing rod, is it? Hey, friend.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Is a member of the board?
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
About the weasel.
You fucked up.
Oh no!
You waited too long, the weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open.
Oh.
Everart forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder.
Okay.
That's just the way I am. Benevolent.
I thought I had more time.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I actually wasn't sure I knew the bad guy was from Wild Pines. Oh, hello, men. Welcome. Hope you're having a good... Well, I guess good day. Good whatever time it is where you are. Okay, what do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Yeah, we've talked about the dead guy being a mercenary a little bit, but I was a little, like, how common are mercenaries in this universe? Seems a bit intense.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
Oh, it's 1 a.m. for you? Oh gosh, you come watch me even when it's so late for you? Oh wow, I'm sorry I'm not streaming at a more convenient time then. But I'm happy you're here. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay, so it's like everything in the kitchen sink. Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
They move the container.
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
It does sound fun.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
Killer, three of them.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Ah.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wow. The whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
So, the Hardy Boys.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Yeah.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Ah.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
So you're literally saying they killed him.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Lawyer girl.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Should we mention this? Guess we can see.
So they shot him.
He sounds pleasantly surprised.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
I put Drama, you're at 8. You're supposed to be able to tell this.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Yeah, how do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Strike was over the workers' right. Not letting them wear protective footwear? Sediment also sounds like a terrible name for a company.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
I guess that tracks with the right to work guy.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Cornell this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
You mentioned a lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Four.
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
I was wondering if he actually named it.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
That's him allowing the police to ask his men questions.
Everart, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Ah,
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
okay.
See what he has to say.
I was scared of pushing him before, which is why I was sort of leaving the talk, but, because it really seemed like it wasn't going to go well no matter what I did.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Don't want it.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information.
Yeah.
Was there anything else?
Good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Well, we got something, and to be honest, he was pretty generous given we completely failed his task.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
I mean, fair, we failed. Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to... we can be more communist. Or can be moralist. We can do a bit of communism here. I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is, company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
What kind of message?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Yeah.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
What are these signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Roller skates. Actually, a youth center would not be a bad thing.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
I kind of see where this is going, though. You mean the fishing village?
Yes, yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned, in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's gonna end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
Okay, if I happen to, I think we'll go for it. We failed the other one. If I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry.
Envelope.
Such a pleasure to be working with you.
Can we like,
Here.
can we like read the contract or whatever we're doing, what we're getting people to sign for?
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Oh, we can lie about it. Let's find out a little bit more. Maybe we'll hold on about talking about that. Let's see. Yes, it's interactable. We'll leave before we do this, but get 2 signatures, Lillian and Isabel. Is Isabel the old lady? I don't quite remember. Let's put the regular suit back on. This isn't my favorite look, as funny as it is. Really like this jacket. Or we could try a rhetoric for a moment and do that other check. What's that, since it went up? Do you have anything else for rhetoric? Logic. Logic. Empathy. Inland Empire. Oh, let's put that back on. A good friend. Terrific necktie. Logic. It's not. Are any of these bringing rhetoric down? Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna take a little look at that envelope if it lets me. Cause who knows if it actually if we're actually getting people to sign what we asked them about.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Let's try it.
And
yeah.
As it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
I don't mind putting a point in rhetoric, because it's not our highest thing anyway, and I want to see if it... Since it's been in the world for 2 days, I want to see if it, like, gets higher. Been around. Out of the rain. Okie dokie. Let's take a little look-see at this envelope. A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner handed to you to Everart Claire. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. Both signatures are required, so it's not sealed, we can
You
look at
take
it.
the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Gonna cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
What do you think of this, Kim?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
We'll put our logic up, but we got a -1 for thinking it's cool. Okay. Let's put logic things on. Whatever we have. Okay, that. How does that increase our logic? That. This. Sure. None of this is messing with logic. Awesome.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12
Okay,
to 40
97,
month
that should be good.
construction period, and there is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Yeah, look, Kim, these people are gonna have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it.
The lieutenant frowns as he reads over the document again.
Everart probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Red's people could be watching you here. Interfacing 4. We won't do that there. We must... I guess we gotta find somewhere private. The document back in the envelope. And that's a red check. Interfacing. We have some interfacing stuff. Let's put perception. Let's put actually our encyclopedia stuff back on. My favorite coat. The gloves. What else? I think the gloves are the only things we really have. But what does that bring us to? We have 4. We can put a point in it. Oh yeah, there's also this thing.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Why not?
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
What? Sure.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
Our interfacing's okay.
Calling.
Where are we calling though?
Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
What? What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lummy.
Blockbuster? No, I meant, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
You know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harriet Dubois. Do you have anything on my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46.
Blue Ocean Hell.
Ooh, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egghead Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia.
Oh.
No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Yeah, I feel sad about Video Revachol 24 hour.
That's enough for you today.
Oh no.
Let's conclude this call.
What was all this shit?
It.
Okay, we're done. It's actually very sweet. But, is there anything else?
The file cabinet stands steady
Okay.
as the drawers.
But films about dementia and Alzheimer's are like the most depressing thing I can think of. I could never do it. I find it like, I mean, of all topics, I find depressing dementias particularly, and loss of memory and identity. It's like one of the most upsetting things I can wrap my head around. Let's see. I don't remember if we have any bowls anymore, but we can take a peek-see. Out of the way,
tin
Kim.
machines. Your bottles
Yeah.
plug into the machine.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna... I want to go back to that conceptualization check, but I want to see if, Morel and Gary made it back. Are you happy now? Did they come?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Goodness.
He's...
Oh, yes, but I...
You haven't, however.
Okay. Maybe not. Still this door. Leave that for a second. Let's head back to the conceptualization check.
Just an ordinary wall.
Okay.
Nothing to...
Put some points in. Or no, let's change our clothes. What do we have? Have anything actually? No calculus, logic. No calculus. Oh, there's that. Is any of this minusing stuff? Perception, encyclopedia. We're at 5. I don't mind. We can put a point in after this, just because it's probably useful for the XP in the end, but...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, crossing fingers.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Why must we stop to look at this?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because
there we go.
you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows. The colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
Oh, Wallfather.
Kim, I must paint this wall, add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it.
Oh no.
You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
The lieutenant looks at the wall reluctantly, then back to you. I already have the paint. I just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull.
If you must.
Add even more beauty. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is awesome. You have seen an exceptionally beautiful wall of Martinez near the pier and have decided to add to its beauty artistically. This will take a brush first. Who would have one? Then paint, then the act itself. Gotta talk to her. So worth it. Gotta get around to her first. Okay, is it this one? Hello. Can I have a paintbrush?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I'm going to need your paintbrush.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well,
if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art, art deluxe, the artsiest, the most groundbreaking, the...
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
No! Well, no brush, that we can use our hands. Not a problem.
You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art isn't for you.
Conceptualization impossible. It's a red check. We'll come back. We'll come back. There's gotta be a way to raise that some other way. We'll not end this game without making the art. Just seeing if there's anything I missed. Apparently not.
Yes?
Anything? No. No. My whole life has been leading up to this moment. Making art. In this game, I hope whatever we do, I don't know if I want to choose something or just let whatever, or just let Harry do it. I want him to live his dreams. Oh, wrong door. I was thinking to myself, I don't want to save scum red checks that much. Except for, like, if Kim dies or something. But I also have to complete the art. It's important to me. Ow. Anything else? Oh, it won't even let us interact anymore. So there's... What did I want to do? I think the thing we're gonna do now is... let... Kim take the body in... I assume... There we go. I'm a little nervous, but I assume it'll mean he'll be back in the morning. If I let him do this now, but... Make a proper save.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Yeah, and I'll do the rest of the stuff I think we're okay to do on our own. Okay, let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's so lonely without him. There's a conceptualization check here, isn't there? Let's see. quick save after.
The shy.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Not. Maybe we'll wait for a moment. We need to buy the boombox. Okay.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
I want to buy the boombox.
And here you are, quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever, turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what we're doing with this, but I know we're using it for karaoke, but oh wait, we can just, yeah, incredible, incredible. Equip this to play tapes. We're gonna save karaoke for a different night, I think. Because I want Kim back to be back for it. But there's whatever the alcohol quest was that we're doing down here. Oh, let's see. Let's just check what Lillian's thing, what this went up to, even though our suggestion is absolutely terrible at the moment.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down
Ease.
soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Dang. Terrible. Bonus from items, bonus from thoughts. What are we wearing that's putting our... Is there anything new here?
Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
What are we doing that's tanking suggestion? Oh, this. Okay. So what do we have that's... Pro suggestion. Nice bow tie. Okay, there's that. Take that off for a moment. Why not? We're trying to ask her out, and then... That's empathy. Maybe she'll like it if we wear a bow tie or something.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
Yeah.
The wind is turning southeast.
Well, we can get
What's in
it.
your mind, officer?
We can get it. Oh boy, heroic. Okay. I don't think that's happening very quickly. But I want to go on a date with you. Your cool sword. Okay, evening, fellas. You.
The legend returns.
You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
I don't even know. Right, so physique, morale. I'm not. Oh, some of these could be useful. I'm gonna continue to be sober, I think, but it's good to know these are the options. I thought about it, and you know what? I can pay 3 real for the spirits.
Finally came to your senses, buddy boy. Ain't nobody else gonna give you a price like that. Had to let life squeeze you to get that, huh?
Yeah. Yes, life squeezing spirits. Let's just make the deal already.
Sure, friend. People are just so impatient these days. So that'll be 3 real from your pocket to mine. And at this price, you're practically robbing me.
Yep. Here's the money.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Ew. What are we doing with this?
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Huh.
Just wait for my sign. Keep it with you. Keep it warm. Keep it safe. Soon we will enter the other world.
Soon. The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
Okay. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. Items. The liquid has an unearthly blue tint, the kind that might or might not, but definitely does glow in the dark. This is 98.7% pure alcohol. Keep it away from an open flame. Oh dear.
Tequila sunset.
We can make other people. Sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the booze if you supply the stories. We'll come back for that. I wanted to figure out I know people tend to go to bed at a certain point. So I want to try and do that. Figure out the Egghead puzzle, question mark? Okay, there's the church. I want to save most of this for when, Kim is back, but...
Come on, get in. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze in.
We're close.
It's me.
True, hard, full car.
Okay, let's do this.
Hard car. Hard car to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah.
I feel like I've asked everything, so there's got to be another sequence.
He furrows his brow.
Hard car. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Got to be something else.
But there was.
Got to figure out what the question
True.
is.
Hard. It's hard car.
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hard car. Yeah.
This young man adds a capital. Or maybe it's not Gotvalian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van
Okay,
Eyck
right, we did
is
this.
from.
Yeah!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
Yeah! That didn't go anywhere.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car.
Okay, nothing?
Hard car. Hard car to the mega.
All right.
Here comes the nut.
Okay, no.
True. Hard car. Hard Hardcore internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Qatar, the place to be.
I'm beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case.
It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel.
Okay.
True. Hardcore internally coherent. All core. All right. Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible.
So there's more dialogue we haven't done.
Hardcore internally all core. All right.
He furrows.
Hardcore.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a...
What am I missing?
True. Hard. It's hardcore. Skibberdy.
Your cop train.
The cloud.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the...
The cloud.
True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All... Gotta get the people going.
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
2 on the track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
So there's dialogue we haven't done.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All... Gotta get the people going.
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
Hardcore.
There is a place far away.
The club.
True. Hardcore. Internally. All core.
He furrows.
Hard.
The question is, what is it? But there was...
I feel like that last one is what we want.
Hardcore. Internally all core.
He furrows.
Is it though?
Okay, I was just thinking that a moment ago.
1 mind.
Okay.
The close.
True. Hardcore. Internally all.
He furrows.
Hardcore.
Is it though? But is it?
Okay.
I mean, really?
Okay. The question was the question.
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Okay. He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Huh. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture card! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
I just remembered something. I'm in the police. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
I'm in the police. Nothing. Me being police isn't gonna actually help us.
Oh!
Try to think if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Oh no! But we have all these thoughts. I boosted conceptualization. My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
Okay, maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck's jam is missing to make it harder core. Our physical instrument's bad. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
What? Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Reversion imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Reversion imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
No! I'm a bad cop. So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
I'm not gonna tell him not to be a communist. Tell me something else.
Yeah!
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead! Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, l'autodiscipline, love, compassion, autodiscipline?
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. 'Cause I've never loved someone like you before. Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
So, like, in this world, instead of the heart, it's the lungs?
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Yeah, I like that. Really?
I think so.
Well, the lungs are where you hold your breath, the breath of your soul, aren't they?
Highly gaily. Lungs are
Good
for
to know.
Yeah! All right.
Comes the night. What do we... It might be funny to fail these. Anyway, okay, what's for physical instrument? Endurance. We definitely have stuff that helps. Pain threshold. -2. We got ants. Whoa!
The Lord.
Good morning!
58.
Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
What is this challenging?
No,
Oh.
that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Discus.
Did someone say disco?
Oh, horrific necktie wants you to try again.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick. And you can't get it out of your head anymore, or so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Point to your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
No, I'm not gonna become some sort of anotic cop. I've got enough copo types already.
Oh no, please become one. You'll miss out on so much good content otherwise. It's like being the greatest cop on Earth.
I mean, I guess we could afford another one.
Please. Please?
Yeah, look into it in official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder. I'll see if I can come up with something on my own, a citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam. Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell.
Ooh.
That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain. I've been there.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
And the mosaic sidewalk. But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
Does it?
Shake it off.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
We do have a tape. We'll come back. I don't know. That was gonna be for karaoke. I might want to keep it for a moment. Do you have new stuff?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
That needs work.
As always. Huh? I see.
Okay. Find a tape with a melody for Egghead. Okay. And put her stuff back on. Thank you, Horrific Necktie. We can never... This is why we keep Horrific Necktie. He can help with these checks. I want... Kingdom of Conscious pants. That shirt for the conceptualization. Yeah, that's what we're rolling with. And I think that's all for the moment with these guys. So I want to save some of this stuff to when Kim's back, like that empathy check. So now we'll go back for the story, I think. Plus I don't mind dumping the alcohol, because probably not going to be using it much anyway. Hello, friends.
Tequila sunset.
Hey, sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the booze if you supply the stories.
Wonderful.
I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy. You gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high-concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansaric tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound.
His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
There's a trace of derision in his voice.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch!
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
Oh.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Pauses meaningfully.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Huh?
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
This is what I feel like. I feel like there's some steps missing. I've only been a hobo cop for a few days now, but it doesn't seem so bad. I want to ask this.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
I've only been a hobo cop for a few days, but it doesn't seem so bad.
The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. Not being responsible for 20 other people is nice, too. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained tracksuit and spending your days picking tear.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
Ooh. What's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket.
Yeah.
What do you say, Tequila?
We found a jacket. You mean this jacket that I discovered on the boardwalk and had cleaned on a whim? The man examines the jacket for a moment, a look of consternation on his brow.
Nah, this isn't it.
Oh.
Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style.
So you're saying there's another lost jacket out there somewhere?
It's a big world out there, Tequila. A lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine.
You could tell me a bit more about this jacket, and maybe I could help a bit more.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole the other week?
Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing found, like some low-concept bicycle courier. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket someday.
Okay, so it was his. Have you got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
I don't have anything on me right now.
Cottonmouth is keeping my tongue imprisoned.
Okay. We'll wait on that. I want to try and forge it. What do we have? I mean, you can still put points in interfacing. So many things to put points in. Oh. Money. I didn't take that before, but I feel okay about it now. Yeah. Secret task. Alright, we'll go. I think they're asking if, we're gonna go look for if there's another tape. Unless it is the karaoke one that we found, but I thought it was. Hello? Do you have any tapes?
Everything's still cool here,
yeah.
officer.
Quick question. Do you sell any tapes?
Tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses. If you want to get your mojo going.
Points to at the shoddy box on the left. Alright, so you have no idea whatsoever I could find tapes.
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry.
Oh.
No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
Smile widens.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of tape hang from the tree, flowing in the wind. You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
To the west. Okay. Right behind this lore. Okay. Are we west from where we are right now, or is there a different west? Oh, okay.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even...
Oh, I see.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Good hawthorn. Pat the tree.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, mankind, be vigilant. The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something.
What do I see?
There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense.
Okay.
It'll be easier to remove now.
Leave. Are any of those other things interfacing? I'll have these. I don't think so, but. Got our gloves. We can try. I might save it for like the next day, because then we can also. We want to put stuff in interfacing probably anyway, just for the. What is our interfacing just now? We're at 4. Where are we with thoughts? Really hard to. Yeah, we'll probably have to put a. Well, I might save this till the next day, just because I don't want to be missing Kim dialogue, but is there anything else I want to do today? I want to save stuff for more pieces. What was the physical instrument check here again? It was a white one, wasn't it? So
This screen found A to Z, contemporary.
A2. And we'll just put our physical instrument stuff on again. That's plain threshold. Missed 2. Just double checking. I know it takes me a while, but.
This screen found A to Z, contemporary. is parked in the shadow of the ruin.
Well, I'll wait for Kim for all that. Okay. I kind of might finish up with this day, just because I don't want to do too much when Kim's not here. Let's put our save stuff back on. And don't need to do that. Most people are going to bed anyway. I guess that's... I'll make another save here, just because I don't want to get locked out of stuff again, just in case, but...
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Enter the shack. I feel like, I guess we did a lot in this day, but it feels like there's still so much to do. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice. Now there's still all this.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap.
I don't wanna.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the
That's it for the night, I think.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Oh, it's going better than sleeping in the hostel, at least.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Not sure how much I like you, Ancient Reptilian Brain. You're not very nice.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
I really like these lines.
You can never forget this shit.
Colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the greater good.
Greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Making progress. Measured, steady progress. There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. Still doesn't see that's the world. It's changing him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Oh.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Thank you, Volition.
Do it for the wind.
Yeah.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Thanks, guys. Open your eyes. We were sleeping well that time. Oh.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
What is it?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
I like this idea that the thoughts seem to not necessarily get along with each other. Well, things were going pretty well.
Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks. But who's focusing on the big questions?
I assume the most qualified and highly credentialed people were taking care of that stuff.
But have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even there? More importantly, how do you know they aren't waiting for your participation?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios.
I thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly.
I know I am.
La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index, the price of staple goods. The transition to real democracy.
What? All right, give it to me. I'll accept responsibility.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority.
I don't know where this is going.
Like a committee.
What? And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start.
Okay.
Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
And what happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
I don't know what this is going. Meaning, saying. Oh, this must be the moralist to assign responsibility. Kim might know where to start. This must be the, wait, when did I give a fascist thought? I don't remember trying that. Must be the Vision Quest or whatever it's called. So hopefully Kim will be here. Kim! Good morning!
Yes?
Do you have anything? Oh, falling through the stairs a little bit. Don't mind that. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, now there's a bunch of stuff to check up on now that it's the next day. Thank goodness. I was worried that he'd be like, when he said they'd be gone for the next day, for the day, that it would actually take like 12 hours or like 24 hours or something and he wouldn't come back. Oh, it's really snowing. How's your car back? Can we learn about the... Whoa. Hello. Where we talk to you. Hello.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man?
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, F the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title. Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later, on your own terms.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches, flowbears, or skulls.
Flowbears? What? Okay.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
Okay, why was it censored there?
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Cool.
These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Okay. Not a question, don't get into it. Of course I do, I'm just testing you boys.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
His voice rings with excitement.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Oh.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the back of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
I am the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself. However, there is no way these young men could possibly be aware of her work.
I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer.
Sure. Understandable. Fuck, and I appreciate your effort, though.
They're their actual names? Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh, yeah. Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Ooh. Yeah, it's returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Interesting. I see you kids are into anodic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
He exclaims and stops himself, processing the rest of your question.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Threat? Good. Okay. What is it? Don't have to be boys and one of the bad cops.
Whoa. Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No need to throw your authority in our faces.
I'm wearing cool combat armor of the most authority.
That's right. Way to put them in the little boy's corner.
You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
He liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you like that. Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Indeed.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Enough about this scullery then. He throws a longing glance at the Kanema. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does yours have a slur on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Why do you have F the world written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
Indeed.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up?
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking some one. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
What?
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Impressed rhetoric.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
You think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us, and 2 of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a F the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit
Oh
attempts.
no! Come on!
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
Oh, we're gonna take the jackets.
So are we done here? Or... you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
The red track cannot be retried. We need these jackets. Talking with you has definitely been something. Okay, what do we got? I don't think... Pillion threshold... we really don't have much half-light, huh? For... Let's just see what happens. Maybe it'll be a...
Hey, piss...
Oh, 58.
Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Come on.
These guys aren't scary. You're not scary.
Well, let's just see what happens.
I have nothing
I'll
to
try
work with
again.
here.
Gentlemen, I
It's
need your
either
jackets.
begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Why?
Look at the stuff I'm wearing.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes.
You didn't say that.
My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
I don't deserve a cool jacket. I suck.
Fine.
Ah!
Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this
Oh,
sad
so
shit.
it works.
It's true. He simply
Oh, kiddos.
empathy. Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Got Kim's jacket. Oh, she's cold now.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
We don't need the other one. We'll just see. Alright, we'll give it to Kim. So I got the jacket for you.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? You could really raise hell. Go undercover hard.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Still, it's good to know that we have it should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
Oh no!
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man.
Oh.
I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Let's see what it does. I kind of want to just try one more. Oh, drama -1 authority. Let's try one more time. This one's important to me. But I'm okay just getting the one. It's the one Kim wanted anyway. That's important.
That ride is...
Hey, piss. Look who it...
No,
okay.
no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already inspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive aggressive.
He's into it, he's into it.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yeah, we want to be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Okay, you offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
These were nice. Oh, hello, nothing there.
Okay, we get it. You look like total shit.
Oh.
We look flashy as hell.
Fuck.
Oh, we got both. Hello, nothing there. We're just taking jackets from these utes.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Well, you can have it, Kim.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
What? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover hard. Oh, hi, Too Lazy to Name. Welcome. Come to Disco Elysium. I like your crying children icon.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Oh. Still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
Oh.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
It's kids.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
I feel a little bad after originally getting the empathy answer, but... Okay, what's the story of this game? It's hard to summarize at this point, but we are an amnesiac cop investigating a murder. Among doing other things like hunting cryptids and taking rude jackets off people. Okay. Oh, it's Half-Light. Okay. Drama and Half-Light. Not stuff I need right this moment. I'm gonna stick with my favorite jacket at the moment, the one that gives shivers. We can put our cool gauntlets on. Oh, and we can pick up our dice. Let's finish this thought first.
Homosexual underground.
Yeah, great timing.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other
shut
people's
up.
sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours. Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
What? The other day, Lee's not here, but the other day, I was commenting to Lee, I was really curious about what stats this would modify, because I was hoping it wouldn't mess with my build. It doesn't do anything. Oh. I guess that's some commentary. Can we really ask that?
Yes?
Oh my god. I'm gonna save this till Lee's back, but yeah, that's quite a thing for people to come. Oh, where's my mouse? Quite a thing for people to come into. This is our thought cabinet, where we can internalize different thoughts, which then give different modifiers to our stats. I got one called Homosexual Underground. It was too good not to attempt, and it gave us nothing apparently. I mean, no stat modifiers. It lets us stop obsessing about sexuality, but normally they give stuff like this, +1 empathy or +1 esprit de corps. And these are our stats, the real cream of the crop of the game, probably the most interesting system. Split into 4 categories: intellect, psych, physique, motorics. And there's a lot of things. I've been sort of going for a psych intellect build, but I've ended up putting a bunch of stuff into motorics, just boosting that up. I have a lot of points. It probably wouldn't be a bad thing to do another in Shivers, just because I like it. But they're like your party members in a way. They talk to you. Now we're gonna check to see if Lena's husband came home. Finally. I hope. Please?
Oh, hello, dear. Goodness. How is he?
He's fine.
Oh, yes, but
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there.
Why didn't he come back yet? Anyway, do you guys have anything new?
Again?
No.
Yes? What?
Hey, was there something you needed?
No, okay. I can talk to these guys probably again soon. I'm gonna save that for a moment though. I want to get the dice, but...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I suggest...
Even though you caught her off guard, push her some more.
You are not here...
You said that a man like Easy Leo could have said anything.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna ask any of this again. Just don't want to waste the time. But if you're not familiar with this game, it is a little hard to summarize if you just jump in the middle, because it's very non-linear. But I have to say, I'm really loving it. I like mystery solving games anyway. It's just genuinely really funny and interesting. Which is hard to like... It's sort of a generic way to talk about it, but there's just... Actually, where? Okay. Let's do this. But the world building's absolutely fascinating.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people.
Okay.
Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you?
And with the radio.
57, over.
In the cabin, you see a
These are all done.
pull out tool, the white suede, as you tap on.
No.
Okay. I guess I totally missed that check, but anyway. Now we're gonna pick up the dice we ordered, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, Adrian, hello, welcome! That amnesiac cop tries to solve a murder in a fictional city following a failed communist revolution occupied by an international coalition that put down said revolution. That's a good way of putting it. What did this? Oh, shivers. We can do that again. That is a very solid way of putting it. Part of the reason why I have a hard time describing it is I went into it... Oh, the stairs. I went into it extremely blind, and I feel like in many ways that was one of the best things I could do. I mean, not just because it's good to go into mysteries blindly, but I didn't know it was like oh, I need a flashlight. It's darker than I remembered. I went into it like not knowing anything about the world, and that sort of made... Like, I didn't even know it was like a fictional city. I came in thinking maybe it was London or something, because that's where the developers were. And it just made slowly, it really put you in the same shoes as the main character, as you're slowly learning about the city at the same time as him in a way. Let's get our dice.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 rare for 1 custom die.
Oh, they're pretty.
1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
The dice maker opens her desk drawer and hands you a die.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
What do you do for us? The standard 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results for several dice. It's made of alligator jawbone cast in acrylic resin and embellished with frost motifs. Looks like a minuscule blizzard stuck in there. No, look at the map. Look at the map. Okay, what did open up? What did these change? I don't know what these opened again. Logic, challenging, doors. Oh, we should do that one. You talk to the muscle-bound tattoo guy hanging with the star because he tells you about the people of the world. I talked a little bit, and then I realized I want no part of this, and did the did the way of going around him. I ran around the back. He's still there, actually. I guess we could go talk to him again, but Kim wasn't a fan, so I didn't want to offend him anymore. Let's get out of here now. Maybe Morel won't come home until we do all the traps. Maybe that should be the... that should be the thing. Oh, you can actually teach you a thought that helps you kick drugs and alcohol. Oh! Oh, interesting. I will keep that in mind, thank you. Been sober this playthrough, but... I will take anything with more bonuses. What should we do? Think... Everart. Check the trap. Spirit is eternal. Armor pieces. Interrogate. Talk to Joyce again. I haven't figured this out. Gotta find Kuno's dad. That's another thing. I'm so upset I ended up with a fascist thought. I really don't even know what that ended up as. I think we'll go look for the traps. Oh, there's this composure check we could try again. Let's see. I want to see how high it is anyway. That's a composure. That's composure. Any of this minus composure? Oh. What is this at?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Come on.
As Remy turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
How many medals are there?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
I hope we get to look at both, but look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frizzle I.
Look at the sun.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution.
Croix de Bravoure and the setting sun. Did you get them for?
For bravery.
Oh.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
For bravery?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
David a princeling?
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
Oh.
The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Must have been a bloodbath.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Oh.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Oh.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Okay, then what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
Johnny Law jaw? My jaw is tight. Can't imagine living without my jaw.
He didn't. I hoisted the prick on my back and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frisel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Sounds like you're being modest, Renee.
The old carabinier stands quietly, like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drisson. 2 days later that was.
Wow.
And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Wow.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
It's quite impressive. Is this a fascist thought as well? I don't know, but I do think it's... Which I don't think Kim likes. I guess we're gonna be moralist once again.
Bon Dieu. You and Gaston must be related. His blood runs yellow too.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Outrun. Duty.
Can we ask again?
What more? And that him.
Is that pride in his voice?
Quite impressive.
Maybe. Oh no.
Okay, it just gives us everything.
What you know nothing about, Outrun. Duty is something you will never understand.
That was a fascist thought. Oh no. Hey, thanks for the story.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Oh, it's a red truck. We'll save that for a moment. Thank you for your time. We'll just roll with it. We do have a lot of stuff for drama, but let's actually see how high we can make it. That's drama. Where's the other jacket? Put that on. Yeah. What's the other drama stuff? There's that one. That it? Okay. Oh.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Yeah, I'm a danger to myself. What am I doing? This is insane.
Oh no, believe me, it will be everyone else who's uncomfortable with it. You're safe. No one dares say a word, unless they're, like, from your station and coming to judge you. But what are the chances of that happening?
Vigilance officer? What can this old carabinier
Okay, that's
do for
even.
you?
Okay, we'll probably come back to that. We have anything else? Oh, the other thing I forgot to do was, see if we put this back on. Her best friend horrific necktie. There we go. Is if we what we can do to do that interfacing check. Oh wait. Oh wait, yes, that way. I meant to try it maybe in like the little shack. Come on. Let's see if... Or maybe...
You take the legal documents out of the
10.
envelope.
Gotta be...
You take the legal documents
Okay,
out of the
okay, so we can hide somewhere.
The 12 to 40 month construction period and
Challenging.
the zoning.
I can put a point in interfacing, that's probably fine. So good to know that's how it works. Now, where do we find these other traps? Morel set up boathouse west of Feld Lands End, northeast of the Feld building. Okay. It'll probably be good for maybe figure out where everything is. It's awful at navigating around this place. Church is up here, isn't it? Or is this the Feld building? Oh, okay, this is the Feld building. I'm just taking a peek.
You see,
looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came.
Okay. You have anything new, Trant?
Hello. Isn't this a Sure. What's on your mind? But of course.
I'm not asking for money. Is it something I can... Ooh! Ooh! Postcard. Oh, there's stuff here. Didn't even notice. Big wine canister, but it's open and empty. Oh.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it.
Is it just rotting fish?
Don't be naive.
Oh no.
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that.
Is that a body up there?
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Okie, careful. These floorboards are rotten and weak. Did I just leave a whole body here that I didn't even notice before? Look here.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper
Kebab.
in the trash bin.
Look at the tear first.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
You can sell that.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette wrapper.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
Okay.
There's some tear.
Oh.
An empty cigarette package.
Hello.
A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life. I thought we were done with examining corpses.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Oh no. He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Not easy being a cop, I know. I think the autopsy was like my least favorite thing so far, just in terms of like the gruesomeness. I mean, it's amazing writing, how they described everything, but it's a little bit much.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
I don't know what's meant to be familiar.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head
Oh.
against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
What's like extra depressing about this one is it's sort of feeling this is what could have easily happened to us when we were that drunk. I mean, I feel it's amazing we survived the car crash, but examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Working class woman. You had a drunken husband.
Be very, very careful where you step here.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Ugh.
This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
It's hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Let's not step on the floorboards. Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
He looks at the 2 other bottles near the coin-operated viewer, then at your yellow plastic bag.
I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Fair enough, fair enough.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Rybowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Again.
The blackness of death. Stench.
Oh.
You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man? I mean, I think I know, but...
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
It looks south the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
Because it says working class man.
Because it's the most working class death
Oh no!
you've ever seen.
that's depressing.
Yes, but what actual facts do you have that connect him with this woman you met at the book stand?
I guess, did she describe a leather jacket? I don't actually remember, but that makes sense. The leather jacket, it matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining?
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
I think we know he was drunk, but...
Oh, yes.
Oh, what about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Down that bench. Yeah, if it wasn't there. I mean, totally. I'm just like really taken with the idea that like this could have been us. I don't know if they'll bring that up, but we were drunk.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk.
Will you do something?
Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sourly. Right. I know it's not related to Lynch. I guess we can ask.
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Well, what should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about the field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay. Let us take a peek-see. Oh wait, let's do that. Ooh, a library card. Jamrock Public Library. A library card found from the pocket of the dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Would be the wife? Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
I want to read radio thriller.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Put it away. Okay, back to the kinema. Still building up skill points that I can't decide where to put. I feel like we could put a 1 in empathy, but... We'll leave it for a minute. Let's take a peek-see here first. This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Okay. Okay, we did, and... Dead body on the boardwalk. Old Jamrock Public Library. I like libraries. Libraries of Ruina. Moonshine probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Can't believe I just missed this the whole time. It's actually really depressing. Now we have even more to do. Okay, I do kind of want to continue. Oh, wait. Some of this. Okay, there's the church.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you.
Let's do
The
the...
rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the pattern.
Let me quick save. Let's do this check while we're here quickly.
Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. Your
Well,
hands
come
are
on.
clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
Ugh. Kim, could I have that handkerchief? My hands are wet.
The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed
Aw.
when he gets it back crumpled. However,
Okay, sorry,
it should
Kim.
be easier to peel the sticker off now.
Try again.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Oh, a secret task, cool.
You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Does this... Hold on, oh, back out. Did it actually change? Okay, it didn't.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage
Okay.
of papers hanging
I
from
still
the
want to, I
wall.
keep forgetting, I still want to do these as well. Okay, we have the...
Heavy wooden doors.
We can do this. Okay. Ah, there's so much. What was up? Were there any of the... up here? There one. There's a trap here. Oh, there we go.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
Look around.
The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Itch for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Oh.
Another empty trap.
Keep going. The next one is the lucky one.
Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize?
Oh. Okay. We are gonna find it and prove him so wrong. We didn't. Have you decided if you're gonna play any horror games on Halloween? I actually... No, good question. I have a couple options. I don't like horror games, but I found a couple things I'm kind of interested in. My favorite option is I found this, I'm forgetting its name already, but I found this free point-and-click game on Steam. That looked like it might be interesting. And there's also, I believe it was the developers of Pony Island. Their new game is sort of a horror-based card game, which I thought might be interesting with our Library of Ruina theme card games. And I felt really, if I felt really daring, we could do one of the SCP games, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just looking around. But I don't know, I don't like horror. I know the card game. Oh, hold on. Something here. Money. Do you like it? Do you think it'd be a good option? I really don't like horror, but what's the card game called? Give me one sec, I can Google it. It was developer. It looks like it's called Inscription. It has a free demo, Inscription with a Y. And since Library of Ruina, I feel slightly more, I mean, in terms of horror games, I feel slightly more comfortable with a card game. I definitely am not interested in like a first-person shooter type of thing that like jump scares, but I heard people it has a balance of like the trailer seemed too much for me, but I was looking at some reviews and people were saying it was a little bit, it wasn't, even with like themes of like self-mutilation, it wasn't as bad as it seemed. There was a bit of comedy to it.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But
let's look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
I am worried that he didn't seem to return, though.
The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
Bummer it wasn't in there.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
It's spooky month, so why don't we just play all the games on your mind? That's a good point. I mean, I'm very into, part of me is I'm very into Disco Elysium, Library of Ruina at the moment. So I want to just keep playing those, but definitely something thematic for Halloween would be good. And I'm also looking and thinking about, I was forgetting 100% on Lobotomy Corporation. I wasn't initially gonna stream it, but now I'm thinking it might actually be a good idea when we finish Runa again. Given that all the abnormalities I've left for 100% are going to be somewhat hellish. And I could just let everybody pick the worst facility possible and see how that goes. Where's the slash trap? Near the boathouse is west of the Feld building. Okay. So I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna finish up now for this. I feel like thank you for very bit quieter of an episode. I don't know how much progress we made, but we did lots of little things, I think. But lots and lots of fun stuff to do next time. Day 49 is the only reason I'm not 100%. Day 49. I can't. I feel like... Oh, Kim's bouncing around a little bit. I can give no advice for day 49. It was just... I don't know how I did it. I did mine second try. I have no clue how that happened. I really feel like it comes down to your facility. I think I was a bit lucky with how my facility ended up. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, I think day 49 is a perfectly reasonable place to stop. It's something else. I think you do have to get lucky. I was planning to, when I did it, I thought I was gonna have to rely on the rabbits and just let people die, but I managed through. Yeah, so I did get to day 50. I haven't gotten all the abnormalities, and I've sort of just been letting it sit. But so I was thinking maybe coming back to it, and just letting people choose my other abnormalities and letting all hell break loose. I'll be, for doing the 100%, I'll have a bunch of terrible stuff like Parasite Tree. Why not just let everything become terrible? Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish up. I'll be playing, although I have to change the schedule, but I'll be playing Ruina on Friday, and probably more of this on Saturday. So thank you very much for joining me, even if you're not familiar with this game. I know we didn't do the most exciting stuff today, but I really love it, and I like showing it off, and I appreciate everybody joining me. So once again, thank you so much. I hope you all have a good rest of your week, rest of your day, rest of your week, and everything goes well. And yes, thank you. Bye-bye.